All right, I am sitting here with Carson Wentz, Philadelphia Eagles, proud. Please let me know if I'm saying this incorrectly. North Dakota State Bison.
There you go.
Bison. That's
Nailed
the
it.
Z, that
Nailed
key
it.
Z
That's key.
in there is so big. Coming off of a very impressive rookie season in Philly. Very different, I imagine, than Fargo.
Thank you. Yeah.
But all the same, welcome. How's life going?
It's been good.
Yeah?
Life's been good. You know, it's being here for this week now is just making me hungrier, honestly. You
Sure.
know, I don't want to be here for this reason. You know, I want to be playing into January and everything, but life's good. You know, I'm very thankful. I came out of the season healthy. You know, that's always huge. And you know, the last year has been kind of a whirlwind, but
sure.
Finally got some time to kind of reflect and enjoy it, and very thankful for where I'm at.
Sure, and we're in a loud room right now.
Yep.
If you wanted some peace of mind, if you just wanted to like really sort of focus, maybe some music, maybe a podcast,
some music,
sure.
Maybe like
What are you
these
turning
noise
to?
noise cancellation headphones.
How
maybe.
did these get here?
You know, Bose does a great job. I've been listening, using Bose headphones even back to college, and they just do an awesome job. And with the noise cancellation, for me, it's huge. You know, warming up for games, you know, working out, just helps me block out all the noise and really get in the zone. And they do such a great job with the fans too. They get the fans engaged.
Sure.
And they're just a big supporter of the NFL, and I'm a big fan of them.
What's the last track you listened to before kickoff?
I don't have one specific one.
Really?
I'm usually playing my Christian station of some sort. It really
Sure.
gets me in the right mindset.
Okay. Is it talk radio? That would be weird if you were
No,
listening to
not
talk
talk radio.
Hype for a game.
Not talk radio,
Okay.
but I know a lot of guys listen to pump up stuff, and
Sure.
I'm more like kind of the chill,
Focus.
Christian music stuff. Get me in the right mindset, and then I go out and have a blast.
All right, so it's your first off season after a season. When you look back on the 2016 season, what is the high point and what is the point where you say to yourself, man, I wish I had another chance?
You know, as far as to answer the second question, we had a number of games.
Yeah.
You know, I think we were 1-6 in games decided by one score or less, and that's frustrating. You know,
Sure.
that's frustrating. You have that many tight games, and just a couple plays here and there could have changed the outlook of the season. Could have been playing in January just with a couple plays, but that's football. You know, that's football. That's the NFL. It's hard to win. The high point, I probably, for me, just personally go back to game one. You know, the first drive, going down, scoring, throwing my first touchdown, first drive, and from then on, everything just settled down. You know, it's still just football.
You did
Same
beat a
game.
possible Super Bowl champ. You did beat him.
We did.
Okay.
But, you know, I think just from day one, that first game was kind of the high point just in terms of I was so amped, and I was, all right, it's just football. And then the rest of the year, you know, we had our highs and lows, and, you know, we ended 7-9, which unfortunately not where we want to be, but I think we did some good things along the way.
What was the biggest adjustment? Obviously, people have talked to death about it. It's a big leap from the level you played at in college, very successfully, to the NFC East. What took the longest to adjust to?
I think, first of all, I think it was a really smooth transition for me and adjusting to it, but I think just no matter where you come from, it's the speed of the game. The speed, you know, the window's closed faster, guys are flying around. I think for me, you know, I ran the ball in college. In the NFL, I'm like, I'm breaking contain. Let's find a way to get rid of the ball. I'll run when I need to, but, you know, DNs are catching up. You know, that's just the way it is. So I think just the speed of the game, but at the same time, the guys around me are bigger and faster and stronger as well. So it's just really cool to be able to be out there playing with the best of the best. What
are some misconceptions about players coming to the NFL from perhaps 1AA?
Just
the FCS level,
the mental side of things. You know, I think everyone's just like, well, he played at FCS level, so mentally he's going to be way behind, and that couldn't be further from the truth.
Why is that?
I think what we did at North Dakota State, you know, I think from a pro-style offense, we were very complex. You know, a lot of verbiage. I was under center, in a huddle, called protections, audible plays as a line, did all those things. So coming into Philly, those things were second nature. You know, so for me, it was just learning the playbook and just adjusting to the speed, and a lot of the things were similar that I was doing. So again, that misconception couldn't be further from the truth.
What do you think makes evaluating quarterbacks so difficult in 2017? Obviously, people were going back and forth between you and Jared Goff, but this year, next year, the year after that, people are still going to be arguing about if quarterbacks are ready. Why is it so difficult to gauge?
It's tough. I mean, for one, it's such a key position. You know, teams are trading up. Obviously, as you saw last year with the Eagles and the Rams, teams are, you know, investing so much into these guys to be the future, and it's tough. You want to get it right. You don't want to screw it up, and you know, you got guys that run all these different systems. You know, they look to the side and they see a card with a picture, and that's their play. You know, and it's just hard to get a gauge on how they can handle all the extra stuff. So, you know, teams do their research, teams do their digging, and they leave no stone unturned. Believe me.
Finish the sentence. My number one piece of advice for anybody that gets locked in a bathroom on the New Jersey Turnpike is
have your cell phone. Have your cell phone. I left mine
how
in
big
my
of a
car.
space was it?
It was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't too small, but yeah, that was quite the adventure.
It's
But I
hairy.
did not have my cell phone, so I was like,
Oh, so were you?
I was banging on the door and yelling at the people.
How long were you in there?
Probably about 10 minutes or so.
That's a long 10 minutes.
My girlfriend was in the car and she was not much of a help.
Nope.
She was laughing at me, so I was like, thanks.
How
Appreciate that.
was it really bad smell-wise in there? Was it like, were you choking a little bit?
It wasn't terrible.
Okay.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Could have been worse, but yeah, that was not my proudest moment.
Okay, you mentioned your girlfriend. We've been asking players this.
I think I've had some pretty good ones. I don't think I've screwed.
Okay, so
screwed them up.
what's your advice? Valentine's Day is coming up. If maybe not everybody's got a ton of cash. What's the way to like send a message that I like you, I love you?
I think it's to be personal.
Are you a little sappy?
At times.
Okay.
Not a lot, but at times.
Are you a nickname guy?
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
All right. I had to find out.
If
All right.
I was, I would never share with you
That's
anyway.
fair. That's fair. If he's calling somebody schmoopy, he's not letting anybody know. Carson Wentz, Bose, thank you very much for your
Absolutely.
time.
Thanks for having me.